welcome to another episode of Slice of Culture. My name is Alka and I'll be your host for today's episode. Our guest over here is Miss Tyra. You want to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Sure, so I'm Tyra, as you've heard. I'm a designer at TBWA, but in my spare time, I like to create content on TikTok.
Yeah, she's been doing really well for herself. How did you kind of start getting into content creation?
So I actually started off on Instagram and, it was doing really well on Instagram. I really liked using it as a platform to create content, and mostly it was photographs, and I really got deep into photography.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then when TikTok came out, it was a huge thing during COVID, and then I just thought, okay, let me try out this app, let me start posting video content. It was really hard at first because I wasn't used to that format, but it was really exciting to get to try something new, and it reaches so many more people, so it was really cool to kind of form these little communities, and I really enjoyed that part of it. Yeah.
That's very cool. What kind of photography were you into?
I was really into, it started off as well just with plants and things, and then I liked to take my own photos. So I did modeling for my photos, and I would take my own photos.
That's model.
And then here and there I'd also take of friends and things like that, and it was really cool.
Can you share your creative process? How do you start it from beginning to end?
Sure. So normally, specifically with TikTok, I like to watch a lot of TikTok. I get a lot of TikTok in during the week, but I'll dedicate about an hour or two just to scrolling, seeing what's trending that week, take note of the sounds, take note of what memes are happening, that kind of thing, especially within my niche. And then I'll kind of write down what I feel, how I could spin it to be more authentic to myself and to, South African market, that kind of thing. But so that's my creative process.
Oh, so you really go in depth.
Yeah,
you
really.
You write down everything, and you're this is exactly what I want.
Exactly, yeah. So, because I do a bit of both. So I try to do some on the fly type content as well. So if I just hear a sound and something comes to mind, then I'll just quickly, no makeup, just straight, start filming. And then there's a couple more where I like to plan it out a bit more, just to make sure I'm posting consistently.
Yeah. I'm definitely the person that just be oh, this is such a funny sound, I'm dead. Ah!
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So there's definitely those moments as well. But I think with content creation, the consistency is quite important as well. If you're looking specifically to create content and create stuff that's kind of a bit more planned, you have to listen
step by step.
But obviously, my favorite type of content is just the on the fly, super fast stuff.
Fun things.
Yeah, fun thing.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you've faced with doing content?
It's been really hard to keep consistency actually, especially with working obviously 9 to 5 full-time job. And then to go home after hours and then also now come up with content, it's been really difficult. So usually I'll try to film everything I can on the weekends, and then during the week I'll do the more searching for stuff, coming up with ideas and things like that. And then the more on the fly stuff will be during the week, just because I don't really have the time to obviously now do the full face of makeup, do the setup, do the full thing. So I think the hardest part is definitely just having the time to do it and do it consistently.
So you do 2 times a week?
I would say I try for actually 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, I try for 3 or 4 times a week. Some weeks, are quieter than others, especially in terms of trends.
Yeah.
But I'll try as often as I can. And when there's nothing, I'll just post my face.
I'm hey, that's my gorgeous face.
I just post me, yeah.
No, that's really good. It's very hard to keep consistency. That's definitely the biggest killer for content creation. It's tough out there.
It really is to compete as well, because there's so many other creators who are really exciting, and they have a lot going on in terms of what type of content they create. So yeah,
it's really cool. How do you see digital media shaping perceptions of reality and identity today?
I think it's a double-edged sword here, because to some degree I think it makes people a lot more comfortable to be themselves, because online I feel there's a lot of different categories you can fall into, and it feels there's something for everybody online. But at the same time, I feel especially with all the filters and things coming out, they really change people's perceptions of beauty and perceptions of perfection. So I think it can be a bit difficult, but I do think the part that I really enjoy about the internet, TikTok, social media, is just that there's a community for everybody, and that's really nice.
Yeah, I feel the biggest challenge or thing that really brings down is like hate comments.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hate comments is very bad.
Yes.
Because that can really like demean someone to like absolutely like stop. Like, have you gotten any?
I
hate
have
comments?
actually, yeah. So I've had a lot of hate comments. So I've had a couple videos go like viral, I'd say.
Yeah.
And because obviously so many eyes are on one video, you're bound to get some sort of hate comments. And it's really hard to deal with that kind of thing. So I found the best way to kind of handle it is to just kind of either just not respond, or you can also limit your comments, what comments actually come through to you.
Yeah.
So I prefer to just not see them, so I don't have to engage with them and things like that. But yeah, I have had some hate comments and stuff here and there.
May I ask what kind of hate
Yeah,
comments?
so I've found, so people posted a video about a drink, a cocktail that I made.
Yeah.
And people were saying like, oh, did you not know this existed? Or like, how stupid are you? That
Oh,
like,
that's so
this has
bad.
been around forever.
Like, you're stupid.
You're so young, you don't know these things existed. But I mean, like at the end of the day, I mean, again, I've had it in my caption that I knew what the drink was even. Just people don't really read on social media. They take things at face value.
Yeah.
So they weren't reading the fact that I had labeled it like this and stuff. So, and then another one I get on Instagram specifically is when I'm making content, they always comment on the way I talk, so my accent. So there's like there was a meme account that posted one of my videos just because it's like South African content, like that's trending and stuff. So they posted that, and the amount of hate I got just for like the accent that I have or the way that I talk is insane.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like really unexpected. It's not something you'd like
That is so
even
not
think
nice.
of, but people do just find things everywhere.
They just like they find the littlest of things.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
look at everything under a microscope, so they find.
People are just jealous.
Yeah.
It's fine. It really helps to like understand like your self-worth. You have to really understand that they're not part of your lives. They don't have an impact on your life.
Yeah.
And like you have to be like the biggest person to like move forward.
Definitely, yeah. I try to just honestly not even look at the comment section unless, you know, there's something where I'll here and there engage, but if it starts hitting that side of the algorithm where it's hitting like a bit of hate and stuff, I'll just kind of, you can actually filter out certain words in your comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so some of the social medias have a thing where you can filter out certain words. So that makes it a lot easier for me to not have to even like see those kind of comments. Yeah, because you can pick and choose whatever your triggers are, I suppose, and then.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, it is very helpful.
Yeah. And other than like hate comments, there's also like just a lot of inappropriate content as well.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad. I don't know how like social media is actually handling it.
Yeah, I know like I'm not sure with Instagram, but I do know with TikTok, I know they get quite strict lately. So I mean there have been videos as well where I've posted and it's nothing crazy, it's just like a picture of me like holding a wine or a picture of me holding a beer, and TikTok's taken it down because it's been flagged for like pushing substance abuse.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot. Like
So
totally
I've
forgot
had to,
about that.
yeah, so that's also been quite a difficult thing that I've had to navigate with. Obviously, a lot of my content is centered around South African culture, which is a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, you know. So it's been really hard to kind of navigate around that with that.
What
substance abuse.
methods have you? Because it's like,
Yeah.
like I know like when I was on TikTok, there was like you can't like show knives, you can't show like bloody gory
you can't,
things,
technically,
or alcohol.
even like in the I've read through the rules and regulations. They say that even if you show like a little bit too much of your like thigh and like arms, they can.
Have you gone through that?
Once with my thigh, it was like, yeah, but.
What? I didn't know they like. I know like there's stuff about nudity, but like your thigh.
Your thigh, yeah.
What?
They get quite stringent with that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, with the alcohol, I figured or like learned, I guess, that it depends on what kind of words you use.
Yes.
And also how you're showing that content. So if I'm drinking it, then they tend to have a problem. If I'm just holding it, then it's fine.
So you like don't drink in videos.
I usually now just do a closed bottle of whatever it is that I'm
Yeah.
making content of. Keep it far away from my face.
You've learned the
then,
method.
yes, and then I make sure that, you know, all the hashtags and everything are completely like appropriate. not hashtagging any alcohol like brands or anything like that. So
You can't hashtag alcohol brands.
no, so like if you hashtag like Jägermeister or any of those brands, it gets flagged.
What?
Yeah.
What do they do with that hashtag then? They're just like, it's totally destroyed.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, but at least like you've now, like how long have you been on TikTok for?
Ooh.
Or like the fact that you now like
Yes.
had to like pathway, like know
Yes.
exactly what you can and can't do.
Yeah, so I'd say like actually seriously content creating for about 2 years now, 2-3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Before that I was honestly just making videos and wondering, I think I just hit a point at one stage where I was wondering why something wasn't working because they kept changing the algorithm.
Yes.
And then I got really interested in how does the algorithm work, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been about like 2 years of actually looking at the algorithm, trying to tailor it to make sure, you know, it's content that people actually want to watch. Yeah.
What like kind of message you want to like bring out there through your TikToks?
I think I want to push out there that, you know, everybody should be making content. I think that everybody has something important to say, and I think it's important for other people to see you making content, because there might be somebody who thinks they're a freak or thinks they're weird or,
Yes.
you know, and I think it's important to keep that relatability. And so that's kind of what I want to push in my content. And I also love using it as a safe space for people to kind of just, I don't know, I guess, I mean, there's not a lot of brown creators on TikTok, you know? So I think it's really nice to, I noticed that like was a huge thing when I started. So I think it's really nice to at least provide that to people to think, okay, cool, because, you know, they can also be brown and create content, you know? So, yeah, I think it's important.
Do you think, because this is also like what I've been thinking, but do you think that Indian people aren't taken seriously with content?
Yeah, I do think so. And I think that, I mean, part of it is also just because, you know, they're afraid to kind of be out there and be, you know, it's, our culture can be very strict sometimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's this stigma attached to putting yourself out there and being like a bit like confident and, you know, posting videos online. So I think that when you see other like Indian creators posting content, you start to realize actually, like, you know, you can also do it. It's not crazy. It's not something like, you don't have to be, you know,
Some color.
twerking on TikTok.
Yeah.
You can just post about, you can even post about your culture.
Yes.
You know, so it's not as hectic as it seems. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because like I've definitely, well, specifically with movies, I feel like with Indian actors specifically, they're kind of taken as a joke, because like with a lot of like videos or like, you know, like the Bollywood movies, they're like there's a lot of comedic effect of it or dramaticness, so that we're not like taken like seriously.
Serious content creators,
literally, and like it's really tough out there that we kind of had to like place ourselves into like a westernized like culture in order to be relevant.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's, I think it's important that there are more Indian creators on TikTok and on Instagram. Just because, I mean, I think there's a lot of value in the stuff that they share too, you know. And again, it's about creating a community online. So yeah, normalize Indian people being out there.
I also agree. I think it would be very It'd be very interesting to have more of our perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As an emerging creator, how do you balance authenticity with your audience's expectations? Like, do you have any ethical considerations you keep in mind while building your brand or storytelling?
Yes, I actually do, because so I've actually had to turn some brands down that have approached me, because I mean, it's exactly what you're saying now. I've just realized that I do actually have like ethical boundaries with certain things.
Yeah.
So for example, a huge vape company approached me, and I'm absolutely fine with people vaping and things, but I don't personally vape.
Yes.
And so they approached me. They were offering a really good amount of money for me to create content. But what I battled with was, I mean, do I want to promote vaping and vapes if I myself don't even use the product?
You're staying true to yourself.
Absolutely. So, you know, I went back and forth for about a week or so trying to decide, do I take this brand up for the money, or do I, you know, actually just, understand that this is just not something for me to talk on. And eventually I wound up just having to turn the brand down because I just felt it didn't align with me.
Yeah.
Whilst I do post content about, the party lifestyle in South Africa and the drinking and the, relaxed vibes of our country, at the same time, I don't want to promote something that I myself do not partake in or have any sort of understanding of, So yeah, I mean, definitely there are certain ethical boundaries that I have with content. Yeah.
It's specifically with content creators. It's really important that they stay true to themselves.
Yes.
Because there's so many fake. There's so many fake content creators out there that'll be like, oh my god, I love this, and then it's always like.
Yeah. I have also had instances where I've been sent products and they have just been awful.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I try to do in that scenario is I'll obviously keep it as professional as possible, but I will still say like, okay, not a fan of this.
Yes.
But maybe if you like, I don't know, something that tastes this intense, this is for you. But like, I personally don't like it. So
that's good for you being true.
I try work around it somehow just to make sure. But yeah.
No, that's really great. That's great that you're being true to yourself and like not being fake. We need a lot of people who are really like true to themselves. Even if it is like you're getting paid for it, you can be like, as you said, be classy about it and be like, not my vibes. But that's a very good way to like approach it. And what brand would you want to approach you to like advertise themselves?
Ooh, a South African brand actually that I really love right now is Switch Beauty. I would absolutely love to do something for Switch Beauty because they have a really amazing beauty line that I really actually like believe in, and I also love that it's a South African brand. It's like one of the more successful beauty like brands in South Africa. So I think that's where I would like to have a brand collab. Yeah.
So you're very South African based. You
I
like
do like to, yes.
I
do like to focus on South African content and play into like South African like culture and things like that. I feel like we're such a culturally rich place.
Yeah.
So there's actually so much content within South Africa to be made because there's so many little things that we do, so many little funny things that we have, and like it's amazing. Yeah.
Have you and would you ever like advertise like products from like other countries?
I would, absolutely, yeah. When I've gone, like, traveled overseas and things, I've done some videos here and there as well. But as much as possible, I like to keep it as South African as possible. And in terms of any overseas brands that I might want to work with, it's also, I would say, a lot of, like, fashion brands, a lot of, like Fenty Beauty, for example. Love, like, makeup brands, so yeah.
You're very into fashion.
Very much,
yeah.
Very much into the makeup, fashion, beauty space. Yeah.
How long does it take you to do makeup?
This actually took me like 10 minutes. I don't even have foundation on.
You don't have foundation?
No, I've got concealer on only. That's it. Yeah.
You don't have foundation?
No.
I need foundation. No foundation?
Nothing, yeah. I've just put on concealer and then eye makeup.
You need to give me your skin routine. Do you have a skin routine?
Actually don't. No skin routine.
The less you
skin
do
routine.
have.
I use moisturizer and that's it.
And like I remember you said like for your content, you like will sometimes just go barefaced.
Yeah.
So you're very confident in like who you are.
Yeah. So there are some days. Yeah. So there are some days where I switch it up. So some days I'll do no makeup. Some days I'll do no makeup and a filter. Some days I'll do full face makeup, and then there are other days I do full face makeup and filter. It's honestly just entirely dependent on what type of content I'm creating as well. Because obviously the more on the fly stuff, I'm not gonna even bother with the filter. I'm not even gonna bother with makeup. But the stuff where I want it to actually be like a proper experience, like if I'm testing something or tasting something, or I'm filming proper like get ready with me content, I want that kind of thing to be a bit more, makeup and a little bit more curated, I guess.
So you base your looks on the content you do?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
That's very, very, very smart.
Yeah.
Like you have a look for
every type of thing, yes. Yeah.
How do you see platforms evolving in the next few years?
I think it's a bit of a tough one here because, when we had Instagram only, we thought that was going to be the end, and then TikTok came out, but I think that longer form content is starting to make a comeback a little bit. So I'm hoping to actually see a resurgence in that kind of thing, pushing more to like the 1 minute long, 2 minute long videos where people are a little bit more invested in the type of content that they're watching.
So are you talking about like doing more like longer form videos on like social media?
Yeah. So a similar vibe to YouTube, but just not as long, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a in between TikTok and YouTube type of content. I think that's what's going to be up and coming is, you know, because people are wanting to invest their time more in people that they kind of know a bit better and they know, you know, their content a bit better. For example, a lot of these podcasts, you know, that kind of content is like a 20-minute thing, but when you cut it down to like a minute or 2 minutes and repurpose it on like TikTok, for example, that goes really well. So I think we're going to see a bit more of that.
Have you done like a minute to 2 minute videos before?
I've done 1 or 2 and they surprisingly do incredibly well. I never thought they would.
I also would
never thought they would. A lot of my videos I try to keep under 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Just because that's best for the algorithm and best for content and people's attention span. I know my attention span is like completely shot. So I try to keep it under 7 seconds. But yeah, I mean, the ones where I have, especially where it's ones where I need to, you know, try something or where I'm taking you on a journey or, you know, actually content creating. Those ones tend to be like a minute and a half, and they do pretty well. Usually brands actually require about a minute of video time if they're approaching you with content or approaching you and asking you to promote a product. So yeah, and they do very well. Yeah.
What's your like best like style or way to like keep your like audience engaged with the long videos? Like, do you do like quick like cuts or like music?
Absolutely, yeah. I love a quick cut. I love cutting things just left, right, and center. I'm cutting all over the place. But yeah, it's truly just making sure that you are giving honest reactions to things and you're being as realistic as possible. And I think the quick cuts do help with that. They do feel a bit more, you know, realistic and unlike. I know it sounds weird, but it feels unedited.
Unedited. It feels like natural.
It feels a bit more natural to how you would react in real life, and it adds a bit of comical effect, which I like. So yeah.
Oh, that works out really well. Yeah. I've heard from a lot of people as well as like seeing on your page that you're like got into like Black Label. Do you wanna maybe like tell us your journey and how you got there and how you're like working with it right now?
So one time in like 2020, I would say. Yeah. One of my first videos, I just posted it. I was just like, okay, cool. Let me just post it about me drinking my Black Label or something like that, right?
So it was just on a whim?
Yeah, it was just on a whim. I was like, let me just include it in the video.
Okay.
And then it just like blew up. I wouldn't say like viral or anything crazy, but it got a good like 10,000 views, right? Yeah.
That's a lot of views to me.
It got a good 10,000 views, and I was like, I did not expect that kind of traction from just, you know, this. You know, it got a lot of comments, saves, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And I never had a video have that kind of, I guess, interaction. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, maybe let me try this again. Let's see if something else happens. So a little further down the line, I included it in another video. And again, it just went crazy. It's getting like 30, 40,000 views.
So you're like, this is my thing now.
And I think a lot of people were quite surprised at, I suppose, the duality of me having a full face of makeup and wearing pink and then also drinking a Black Label, which is considered...
you're not being cliche. Yeah, like, you don't have like...
Exactly.
You're like flannel and
exactly.
you're like, I'm gonna drink.
Yeah. They did, I guess it was a little bit unexpected. And so they liked that contrast, I guess. And so I just started posting about it. Because, I mean, I do mostly, like 90% of the time, drink a Black Label. And I always get asked the question, like, really? Like, that's your drink? And so... I was like, okay, well, this seems like something I can actually push and I know is like authentic and actually, you know, something that I actually do, you know? And it really did just take off. And so I started just posting that kind of content. And I started getting a whole bunch of other women who were like, oh my god, it's another woman who drinks Black Label.
Oh my
So it was really cool to, again, like create a little small community. And now I've got actual like friends that I've met through TikTok.
Oh wow.
Who have come to me through these videos. But yeah, just other women that drink Black Label.
You're like, oh my god, these also other people like me.
Again, I didn't know that until I had put that content out there. And then found out there were actually a whole bunch of women in South Africa who just, that's their favorite drink, as you know, I would assume, but like you just don't know these things until you post a video about it and find out, you know, see these communities. Yeah.
How did as I said, I don't know how like brands really approach like influencers. Like, do they like, hey, can you like advertise this?
Yeah.
Like, how do they like specifically approach you?
So usually I'll get a brand that will send me an email. So they'll say, hey, we have this product or that we're looking to promote, and please can you just send us your rates and all those things. And they'd kind of ask me if I'm interested at all and if they should send me a brief. So then from there I can kind of just go, okay, cool, I'm interested, send me the brief, I'll have a look at it, and then I'll tell you from there what the rates are and things like that, because obviously it depends on how long the content is, on what platforms you want me to post, will depend how much I'm charging you. So I'll generally look at what they want. Like, for example, the vape company, they sent through their brief of what they were expecting of me, and I mean, after reading that, only did I realize I don't think
this is for you.
This is something that I can really push.
Yeah.
Just because it is very vape heavy. I mean, they were looking to send over like a whole package of vapes, and I don't even vape.
So you're just gonna have this whole package and be like, okay,
exactly.
This
so
now.
I like, again, I was just like, okay, this is clearly not aligning with me. But yeah, they'll normally just drop me an email. I have had a brand just message me on TikTok, and just be like, hey, we've got this sweet or whatever. Do you mind if we just send you some for some content? And so, I mean, yeah, I just asked them to send the stuff over and film a video with it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is an appropriate question, but with Black Label, do they like pay you, like how much do they pay you?
So Black Label, I'm not sponsored by it.
Oh wow, really?
Not at all, yeah. So the content that I make for Black Label is entirely just
you're doing it
my
for fun?
content, yeah.
Oh wow.
Because yeah, it's just literally something that I started just
so
for
you
myself,
just genuinely
and I
enjoy
just
it.
genuinely just drink Black Label, and so it's not hard content for me to make. So it just comes so naturally, because again, when everybody's just chilling on the weekend, you know, hanging out with friends, whereas people might have like a cocktail or a side, I'll just have a Black Label. So it's a very easy, you know, thing for me to just create content from, because it is just a weekend, I guess. Yeah.
No, that's good. Like it's the fact that you're doing content like for Black Label, but it's not necessarily for the Black Label.
Yeah, it's
like
not
you're
for
just
brand.
like, I genuinely like this brand
Yeah.
and I like drinking it.
Yeah, I think also I like the community that comes from it. You know, it's really interesting for me to find out all these women drink Black Label. So, and they just like, you don't really think about that, I suppose, but it's really interesting to find these people and like have something in common and create a little community.
Do you think in a way like you're like breaking off from like the stereotypical like woman image where like they don't drink? Do you think you're really trying to get yourself out there to be like, hey, women drink as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I think definitely, I think it's assumed that like obviously the assumption that a woman would drink like a pink drink and drink a cocktail.
Oh yes.
And so I mean, even in person, people freak out when I go to the bar and like I order a Black Label. If I go to the store and I order, like, I just buy a 6-pack of Black Label, they're always like, really?
You're like,
is this the one you're drinking? Are you sure you have the right thing?
Oh dang.
So yeah, I think it's interesting to challenge that perception a little bit.
Because I see like there's a specific like TikTok video where this is a guy and a girl. It's usually like the cocktail is given to the girl and the beer is given to the guy, and then they're like, what the
hell?
Yeah, and then they swap it around.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's interesting to challenge that a little bit.
Yeah, it's challenging the stereotypes.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then, what brands have you like done like obviously like advertising for?
So I've done Stay Stumpy.
Oh yeah.
I've done a lot of stuff for Maybelline. And I'm trying to think. There's a crystal candy shop that I actually was promoting their stuff for, so that was quite cool. Other brand stuff. What else have I done? Oh, I've done a lot of shampoos. I haven't bought shampoo in about like 2 or 3 years because brands just keep sending me shampoos. So
you're like, oh, I need to buy. They're gonna give it to.
I've done.
That is so nice.
Yeah, I've done Oh So Heavenly. I've done LV, stuff like that. You know, like a lot of shampoo companies.
Ooh, which is your favorite one?
I actually really liked the LV. It was really nice to use, and also it was like a lot more relaxed of a filming experience, I'd say. So I really enjoyed the LV.
Wait, how do you advertise your shampoos?
It's really hard. It is really difficult to film shampoo content because you have to talk to the camera, run to the shower, wet your hair, run out of the shower, put your clothes back on, lather your hair up, talk to the camera again, run back in the shower, wash it off, come back out, put your conditioner in, and then run back into the shower.
That is so funny.
So it's quite a mess and it's quite a process, but yeah, at least I have free shampoo. So
you're like, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's also nice, I guess, to try different products. I quite enjoy product testing.
Because you can you become more sensitive to what you really like. You're like, actually this shampoo works way better.
Yes, definitely. You get to realize a lot more things and see what you really like. It's cool.
That is so cool. I'm actually getting I prefer Tresemme. It's great and also not good.
Yes,
but that's my shampoo.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
What hobbies, like other than content creation, what other hobbies are you into?
I'm really into gaming. Specifically in the past year, I've gotten a lot more into it. But
really,
yeah, so I have been into gaming before, but I felt like I wasn't gaming a lot, just because a lot of the games felt very competitive and it was very intense space to be in.
Yes.
And then a game recently came out called Palia, which I've really gotten into because you don't die. There is nothing serious happening in that game. You just farm and you collect crops and it is a cozy game of note. I've been a huge Sims person forever.
Oh wow.
So the transition to this was so easy because it's equally as cozy, if not more, because obviously in Sims you can die and things, but
it's you just doing house interior.
Yeah, it's just a very comfortable game to play. So I've been playing that a lot, every day.
So you play more chill games?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, I see.
I love horror. Huge horror fan. Cannot play a horror game. The jump scares get me every single time. So
What horror game have you played?
I can't even tell you the names. Hey, it's been such a long time since I've even tried to play a horror game. But yeah, it's just, I can't handle the jump scares. Even when I watch people playing horror games, it's just, I can't. But I love horror, don't get me wrong. So it's just...
You are really breaking the stereotypes.
Yeah, there is a lot happening. There is a lot happening with me.
For gaming, that is so cool.
Yeah.
And we also had a discussion that, and I'm just wow, you're into mountain climbing?
Yes, yeah. So I used to do rock climbing throughout primary school and high school, and I've actually got my colors for climbing. And yeah, so I used to come first in South Africa, not in South Africa actually. I used to come first in KZN,
wow,
5 or 6 times. So
just 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times, but yeah. So I used to be very, very big into rock climbing, and I was very big in that space. Yeah.
So you're
well, I used to be, and now I don't know. I have tried it recently, but it's something that if it's not trained often enough, it's very easy to just to.
When did you stop?
I'd say when I started working, it's a lot harder for me to...
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's also quite an expensive sport to get into because, you have to pay, I think it's about 500 Rand for the month or 600 Rand a month.
It's like gym, in a way.
Yeah, it's almost like gym. So you kind of have to decide, okay, do you want to do gym? Do you want to do climbing?
You have to be committed.
Doing both, exactly. And so it's quite an expensive sport to get into. And I think currently there's only about 1 or 2 climbing gyms in Durban.
I didn't even know there were climbing gyms in Dublin.
So you have to travel to them, and it's quite a difficult thing to get into. But it is the love of my life. It was genuinely such a good sport, and I love climbing. It is such a nice way to clear your head and to think and stuff like that. So yeah.
Would you ever get back into it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've tried many times recently.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit difficult to organize with scheduling and things and work. But I do think if I no longer gym, then I could probably make time for climbing. So I do think I will probably get back into it. What I've actually been enjoying recently, as opposed to gym even, is walking, surprisingly. I signed up for the Spa Women's Walk.
Oh, yes.
And I did the 5K, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I honestly thought I'd be dying by the end, But it went really well because I mean, no training, no real like fitness.
You didn't do anything. You didn't prep
Nothing. I just showed up and I walked, and it went really well. So like, I think I'm gonna try for the 10K next year.
Oh, that committed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do that. I think there's space for me to at least. Obviously, I'll try to train a little bit more for that one. But yeah, I've found that quite enjoyable.
Yeah, that's, at least you have how do you balance everything?
I try switch out a hobby a week.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, because it can get a lot having a lot of hobbies. Because I've also recently got into like reading books. So to try balance, like, okay, coming home after work, am I reading? Am I gaming? Am I watching TV? Am I climbing? Am I going to gym? Like, what am I doing?
There's so many things.
Yeah, so I try to, switch it out. Like this week I'll do gaming, then next week I'll try to read, then the week after that I'll try to focus on like, I don't know, exercising or doing something fun. So I find the best way to kind of do it.
That's actually a really small way to like cycle things, because I'm like trying to get into content creation. And I'm just like, everyone has like specific like niches they're into. But I like doing so many things. I like doing gaming. I like doing art. I like reading, and it's like how like that's actually a really good way to do it.
And like I'd say as well, the best way I think to figure out what your niche is to just post all of them. And to find out which one hits the best. Because again, I was posting like dancing videos when I first started out on TikTok. I was posting just videos of me doing random things, and then I posted the one Black Label video, and that just blew up. And so I just was posting content that I feel like expresses myself properly, and then one of them just hit, and so now that's my niche. So I just post all of it and then figure out what works from there, depending on what people actually end up liking.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, it works out, yeah.
If you could collaborate with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Okay. In South Africa, I'm gonna say South Africa because I don't actually know if I have anyone outside of South Africa that I want to create in. I don't know if I have anyone outside of South Africa that I want to collaborate with.
Yes.
Just because my videos are so South African.
Yeah.
And so, based in South African culture, I don't know if it would work with an external creator. But South African, I think Nadia Jafta would be really good.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like she just creates very realistic content, very good day-to-day content, and I really enjoy her style of content creation.
How would you guys like collab? What would you guys do? Like a makeup video, a drinking video?
Yeah, I think probably a bit of both, hey? I really like to do a makeup video, to do making cocktails. I love to do a making cocktails video, so yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Another question. What music genre is like your favorite thing to like use in your content as well as like to listen to on your own?
I love rap video, like rap. So I love to use like rap songs in my things.
Oh, yeah.
And I love to listen to rap. I listen to it on the way to work, listen to it while I'm working.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Does this keep you in the zone?
Yeah, it just helps. It's really motivational, aggressively, but motivational, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about like the beats and it just like
yes,
keeps
absolutely.
you zoned
Yeah. I think it helps me the most.
I'm like a bit of a rocky girl.
Oh, that's cool. I also love a bit of rock as well.
The rock is amazing.
Definitely.
What is the most memorable moment you've had with like creating content?
There was this one time I was filming for, I think it was Chicken Licken.
Yes.
And, their brief was they wanted to do summer and winter because they were selling these hot wings.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so I was filming content in the Berg because I'd just gone away that weekend. And I thought it would be a really good idea to jump into the pool in the Berg in freezing cold weather in winter just to promote these chicken wings.
Oh damn.
And it was absolutely freezing. It was, and all of it was like a proper cold plunge. I jumped in and it felt like there were tingles all over my body, and I think I've never laughed and screamed so hard in my life.
Oh gosh.
It was absolute chaos, and I had to jump in multiple times too. It was absolute chaos.
Oh,
it
the
was
pain,
freezing.
the pain.
But hey, content!
Yeah. Once again, it shows that you're committed and you don't like, because I know like with a lot of content creators, it's kind of like a la-di-da kind of thing where they don't really commit themselves, but you just like show that you're quite committed with, even with the shampoo ones as well.
It's a lot of running around, a lot of planning actually that goes into.
But do you
some of those
enjoy?
videos.
You enjoy it at the end? Are you like happy that you
Absolutely,
worked so hard for it?
I do love doing. I actually find that the videos that have the most planning sometimes, some of them do really, really well. But I really do love to create videos that are exciting. They have some story going on, they have some sort of interaction going on. Because I find them to get the most interaction back, So yeah, I do love it. It makes me very happy.
Oh, that's all that matters. Because do you feel like content at the end of the day just needs to make you happy?
Yes, yeah, eventually. Because I think that when there are definitely times I have like content slumps and I don't know what to post. And in those times I don't really stress myself to post either. So if I'm not feeling it, if I'm not up to it, then I just don't post.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
You know your worth.
Yes, yeah, I'm not gonna post if I feel like, I'm just posting for fun, for no reason. Especially if I'm not in the mood to post. Yeah.
That's good. This question, specifically, is really important to us content creators, because we kind of get annoyed with this question. It's what is really the difference between a content creator and an influencer?
So I feel like a content creator is somebody who kind of doesn't want to use their platform specifically to promote a product, but rather a lifestyle.
Yes.
Whereas an influencer, I feel, is a bit more focused on product, and I feel like they're a bit more heavily geared towards brand deals, pushing what maybe they would use and that kind of thing. Whereas an influencer kind of does. Did I say influencer already?
That's okay.
Which one is this?
Content creator and influencer.
Content creator. Whereas I feel like a content creator is a bit more of, okay, day in the life, get ready with me, just more promoting your lifestyle rather than promoting products. And then what comes from that eventually is, okay, cool, well, she's using this drink, so I'll use this drink. Whereas I feel like an influencer is a bit more, okay, well, buy this drink because I drink this drink, and then you.
Do you think you're a mix of both?
I do believe I'm a mix of both, yeah. I don't think I'd like to be specifically categorized into either one of those categories, because I do both. I do some brand deals, and I actually feel like I lean more towards a content creator, because I prefer making videos where it's just stuff that I do anyway, and then people are like, oh, where's that from, or oh, where you getting this from, what does it taste like? I prefer to do it even unbranded, to be honest.
Oh yeah. They should just make a new word for that.
Yeah.
Now, not
in
content
between,
creator,
yeah.
influencer, but the middle band.
Yeah, I like to do content that I'm not paid to do.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna close it off a
Sure.
bit. What advice would you give to aspiring content creators?
I would just say post, hey? Post everything, post as much as you can, just so you can get a feel that it's not as serious as people make it seem. It's, a lot of people feel like they lack the confidence to be an influencer or to be a content creator. But the thing is, once you post, you realize that you don't even have to worry about the other people. Don't even worry about what the comments will be, what the likes are going to be. Post for yourself. And I think that's really important. And everybody has something interesting to say. Everybody has something interesting to contribute. So it doesn't matter that you feel a bit insecure or you're lacking confidence, because everybody has something. Everybody has something interesting about them. So I feel like you should just be posting anyway. And people will kind of gravitate towards you that fit into whatever niche you're doing. There will always be somebody. Like I said with the Black Label video, I didn't even know that would be something that would there would be a community around, but there is. And so I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't just taken the step to randomly post something about my personality. But yeah,
that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, first of all, for being our guest.
No problem.
If you have any handles you'd like to drop out?
Sure.
The floor is yours.
At Cynical Tyra on everything.
Oh, why Cynical Tyra?
Because the one day somebody called me cynical and I thought it was funny.
This is me
Yeah,
now.
and so it just became my handle on Instagram, and then it just went through everything.
Oh, that's so cute. So that's a good thing now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great one. Bye!